kind of the travel time, and what I'm thinking is, you know, I'll work out something reasonable with travel time. I mean, Mako, I just charge $35 an hour, and they pay my actual costs instead of my actual gas instead of the 50 cents a mile rate, whatever that is. So, and when I'm there, it's going to be an 8-hour day. It won't be like, you know, I'm not gonna say, unless I'm only there for 6 hours, but if I'm there for 10 hours, it's an 8-hour day. Okay, because I'm coming to you. And that's generally how I can't, so I'm not thinking, I don't know, to be honest with you, depending on what you decide you want and how often I have to be there and how much time it's gonna take, but you can get a lot for that rate. So that's what I was thinking. Now, I'm open to discussing details about that, but that was my initial thought.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm out of questions.
Okay. Do you want us to maybe follow up next week, Michelle, in another conference call? And kind of share with you what we're thinking?
You guys tell me what you want to do. Do you want to discuss it a little bit more about details? I do have sample contract forms from different places. Oh, and I do want to tell you, I do have a general insurance policy for my work. Okay, because if you're hiring somebody as a contractor, you should make sure that you have, right, that they have insurance.
Yes.
Right.
Not that I've ever had to use it, but, right, if I didn't have it, then something would happen. But I do, so I have insurance and to cover all this.
That would be good.
Yeah, yeah. So we will maybe set some time in the agenda next week to discuss this and then give you a call with what we would like to do. Does that sound okay to the board?
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
I'd say so.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you want to confirm a time now for that, Michelle?
So,
What works for you next week?
you know, anything works for me except for Friday.
Okay. Would next Monday, say at 11, work for
Yeah.
you?
That works.
Okay. All right, and that'll give us some time to talk before that, and then we'll give you a call at 11.
Okay, and it's, and I know that there's public meetings issues involved, but if there's any details that you need, that you'd like to discuss next week, and you need me to provide any other information, just somebody let me know, and I'm happy to do that.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Anything else? Last chance.
Yeah, and just for the members of the public or whoever's interested, you guys have my website address, correct?
We can certainly share that with the public, yes.
Okay, so if somebody wants to see a little bit more of my background. And, well, thank you very much for contacting me. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Everybody have a nice day.
You
Thanks,
too.
Michelle.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I think it's important to start slow.
I do too. And I think part of that can be the training, which I think is something we need. We
We
need
need to get our ankles wet before we go to the knees.
Absolutely, yes. We've got one department doing A, another doing C, another doing P, and we really do need to get our department heads and elected officials all in the same ballpark. And I'm really encouraged by the EEO training. I think that'll help us quite a bit. The medical training, Debbie's been doing a fairly good job with that. I'd say a very good job with that. It's just, it changes so often. So I think for her to have that kind of support from an HR professional would be a great service to the county.
Is this next week's?
Franklin, any thoughts, any open thoughts, discussion,
Well,
input?
I think we may have her here and let her, you might say get her feet wet, see what what the situation is and from there, because it's as hard for her to say as it is for us. You know, like, her rate, this, and, well, we know what a rate is per hour, but I mean, what's involved, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
All right, so we will discuss that, do some thinking this week, and have a little bit substantive conversation next week, and then a conference call. That works?
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down now so that I don't forget. Is there any comments from the public on this particular subject?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
one quick question. I understand that Michelle did the training class for counties in Butte there last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Mhm.
Are they is she under regular contract with Mako or is just on a higher basis as needed?
I don't know what the contract looks like. We're not privy to that. We certainly
Okay.
call and ask, but no, I don't
Okay.
have a clue. Do you guys have any information on that?
I think it's.
And the
I guess it's
reason,
on
I guess
call.
for explanation, the reason I asked the question is if she's, or there is another HR person that's currently under the umbrella of Mako already, and that might be an option for counties to have that service available through Mako since we're already a member of Mako.
Mako doesn't provide that service. We did talk with another HR consultant who also contracts with Mako, much as Michelle does, Jim Nyes, with Personnel Plus in Helena. And he, about 2 months after coming here and sitting with us and getting a pretty heated backlash, I said, no, I'm not interested in working with Broadwater County. That cost would have been more of an all-inclusive cost at $14,400 a year, and he would have provided much of the same as Michelle, shorter travel time. But, you know, he just, from what he got here, he said, no, I'm not working with you, so that ship sailed.
Just one final question, do you have that website available for Michelle?
No, but I can get it, and it
You
is, I've given it
Email that
lunch.
to me, that'd be fine.
Or you can Google it, Michelle Piggery, it's
I can't
P-U-I.
say the name, let alone spell it.
Yeah, I'd be happy to Google it at lunch and bring it back after lunch.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. No other questions? All right. Next on the agenda, I think that was it, but I'm not sure. It is for this morning, yeah. Anything else before we break for lunch? COSs are after lunch. All right, we will recess for lunch. Thanks, everyone. See you at 1:30. Chamber was last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.